Pico here with Salce from TGM.EG. So Crumbs just left Curse to join Dignitas and was replaced by CLG's jungler, St. Vicious. Did these changes come as a shock to you and your team?
Yes, these changes were a big shock because we actually heard rumors of some of the changes, but we didn't expect such big ones, especially the St. Vicious swap that also happened. The Crumb swap was a bit unexpected as well, especially the top lane. The only one that we heard the rumors about was mostly the Void swap, which was it wasn't too surprising because we heard some things behind the scenes. So we did expect him to probably go to Curse because we know Pobelter can't continue playing competitively, him still being in high school for the following year. But the biggest surprise was that he actually went to COG.
Who do you think came up on top after these roster switches?
I'd probably have to say the one that came out top was Curse. Curse already is a pretty strong team, but they've always lacked the leadership to really push and finish games. So Curse definitely fared the best with Dignitas following that, and I'd have to say CLG got the worst end of all the swaps, just because Voidboy's playstyle doesn't fit CLG, and Hotshot's an inexperienced jungler.
Do you think there were any other reasons maybe why the players swapped teams?
I think the players swapped for mostly personal reasons. It's really hard to say how I feel because probably a lot of situations were behind the scenes. I think there were probably huge factors that these players wanted to leave their teams. Although for the Saint one, I've heard from multiple sources that he was to be put onto the B team, therefore he had just resigned from Counterlogic Gaming and just joined up with Curse.
What do you think is going to happen in the upcoming ROG tournament and then MLG Anaheim?
For the Reign of Game tournament, I'm fairly confident that US teams should perform well. Going into IPO4 and the only EU team that is apparently very, very strong, didn't really perform up to expectations, so my entire opinion on the EU scene's clouded. I don't really know what to expect because I don't even know who we are playing against, to be honest. But I do expect them to be good teams for sure because they made it this far. As for Anaheim, it's tough to say. I'll probably say that the teams without roster changes should perform a bit more consistently, and the ones with roster changes may have a rougher time in progressing in the later rounds of the tournament.
Who do you think are the top 5 teams in the NA at the moment?
I'd probably say the top 3 as of now, probably the steady ones would probably have to be Goose, Team Solo Mid, and my team's definitely up there. The ones that are kind of hard to say that I think they're all really tied right now is Curse, Counterlogic, and Dignitas. I feel like they're all equals. It just depends on who steps up and can lead most effectively, because all teams are experienced and skilled enough to be better than the next, but they have a lot to work towards it. With the roster changes, they hinder their improvement, and they'll each improve in different paces.
Right. For further statements, you can check out Salce's vlog in the links in the description, and thank you again for hanging out with us.
Yeah, sure, no problem.